So the White House So the White House has just gave a deadline to the Clarity Act. For those of you that don't know what the Clarity Act is, the Clarity Act basically gives clarity, rules to the road for institutions, the banks, big businesses to start building, buying, and transacting in cryptocurrency, whether it be stable coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, WorldCoin, Link, XRP, whatever. And there's been a huge holdup. And the holdup is because the banks realized, well, if crypto companies, Coinbase as an example, can give rewards or interest on your money, they're going to become a massive competitor for people wanting to hold their money in the banks. Why would you hold your money in the banks if they're going to give you less than 1%, but you can get 4, 5, 6% holding it on Coinbase in a stable coin? And make sure you guys follow if you don't know what a stablecoin is and what I'm talking about, because I got a lot of information for you. But that's been the holdup. The bankers stifling, fighting, saying, this is going to destroy us. But isn't that what we want? When have the banks ever really done anything for us that is in our favor, giving us a loan on a vehicle right now with great credit, 5%, 6%, with decent credit, 10%, 12%, and with bad credit, 20% plus? You never pay that car down. You're always upside down. What about mortgages? Think about this for a minute. When have the banks ever done anything for us? They don't. Now, crypto, completely different. That is why Brian Armstrong at Coinbase has been fighting this so hard. Now, being that the deadline is March 1st, that's not too long from now, it's about a month. Now, it's not going to happen on March 1st. It's going to be probably weeks of deliberation, back and forth arguing. But eventually, the Clarity Act passes, and it passes probably by April. And so the people that are sitting on the sidelines right now waiting for a lower price, and although that may come, it's not going to last for very long. Times like these where markets are bloody, where there's blood in the streets, quote unquote, are times where you should be dollar cost averaging harder than you've ever dollar cost averaged before. This isn't just a game where you go to the gym once in a while and you expect to get a six pack. You can't just come into crypto once in a while and expect to become a millionaire. It takes time and patience and consistency. And I'm telling you right now, we are getting lower and we're getting closer to that bottom. And when that bottom comes, it's going to be violent on the way up. Now, another thing that's coming that, or part of the Clarity Act that people are not understanding, is the equivalent of the Telecommunications Act. What do I mean by that? The Telecommunications Act was a bill signed into law by Bill Clinton in 1996. And what happened after 1996? We saw an internet boom because the Telecommunications Act gave these businesses, banks, and others the ability, legally, the roadmap, right, to using the internet. The same thing's happening with crypto. Think about that for a minute. You want an opportunity? Let's talk about the RSI. The relative strength index of crypto is at the lowest that it's ever been. And it's been there for a while, and it's going to continue to be there for the next couple of weeks at least. So this opportunity right now to lower your cost average or just get into crypto is massive. For those of you that are new, check out Coinbase, Kraken, and depending on where you are in the world, Binance. And I'll leave you with this. If one of the world's largest banks, Goldman Sachs, go look them up, disclosed that they own Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, and Ethereum, almost $3 billion worth. But they didn't tell anybody. They just had to disclose it because they have to. Eventually, these things come out. You got to ask yourself, why are they buying billions of dollars of these cryptos when crypto's dead? Crypto's never coming back. Why is the Clarity Act being pushed forward by the administration? Why is it that both Democrats and Republicans want this Clarity Act to pass? Why did we have the Stablecoin Act? The price of crypto's down though, Tyler. It's been going down for an entire year. What are you talking about? It's dead. Well, then why are institutions building? Why do the banks fight crypto so hard? Because it is the future. And as the system collapses, as we print money, we are going to inflate our way out into a new system. That's going to be blockchain. And I said this in the Matt Gaetz show the other day. Go check out the video on my page. The reality of it is, regardless of what you think, AI is here to stay, and AI is going to transact on the blockchain. You're going to have micropayments. Yes, we'll get into this in another video, but we're going to have micropayments. And as AI transacts, it can't transact in the traditional finance system that we use today. So it's going to have to use blockchain. So some of these blockchains, like XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, and many others, some of my favorites like Chainlink, WorldCoin, Internet Computer, and others, are going to succeed at a level that you won't believe. The opportunity right now to get into crypto over the next couple of weeks and couple of months, regardless if we go a little bit lower, is not going to matter, the going lower part, because we're going to go so much higher in the future. Trillions of dollars will flow into this market because of the Clarity Act, just like the Telecommunications Act. And again, and again, and again, I will be proven to be right. Just give me some time. Anyways, make sure you guys like, share, follow, and remember, today is like buying in 2022. I've made millions of dollars in 2024. Why is that? Because I bought at the bottom. I didn't let the noise, the comments, the people tell me that I was wrong, because the reality of it is most of these people that are spending their time on the internet commenting like a warrior, they're losers. The people that are talking about crypto's dead, they have no idea what they're talking about, or they're big gold fans. Maybe they own a bunch of money in the banks, stocks. They don't want crypto to win. Maybe they feel like they missed the boat. But I'll leave you with this. Remember, the stock market is over 100 trillion. Real estate is over 300 trillion. Gold is over 30 trillion. Silver is 6 trillion. There are stocks worth $1 trillion to $5 trillion. The entire crypto market cap as a whole, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, stablecoins, and meme coins, and every other coin you can think of, is only $2.4 trillion. Put that into perspective. Let's zoom out. Perspective, bitches. Make sure you guys like, share, follow. We'll see you guys soon.